want to talk about some whiteboard apps. You saw Active Inspire. You see how it works. You pass the tablet around, you're good. But what about those iPad photos? All right, that leads on to. Oh, got it to work. Woo! Can you demonstrate that real quick?
Not all days, but some days I do that.
All right.
This is my computer screen.
Unreal.
Tony,
Yes.
my computer screen.
Oh, cool.
So, Whiteboard, we have a resource page for you guys with a bunch of apps, both for Surfaces as well as for the iPads, that have both Whiteboard apps that you can use as well as Active Inspire. So, this is called Splash Top.
And that's functional from there? It's not just.
Well, I just got to work. So
How much does it cost?
This is $10.
Okay.
There's another one called Air, Desktop Air. Yep, it's letting me on. So, I haven't tried it with a stylus or anything, but yeah. So I've got that one for using your Active Inspire, for using it with the iPad. The Active Inspire should work with our services. And the reason it's not loading, I realized why it was not loading for desktop. It's because it's not Windows 8. The one on the catalog will be Windows 7. And will be the Windows 8 version because you guys have Surface. So I just need to have IT help me load Windows 8 for you guys. That's all I need. So because it comes on a PC already. And then as far as responders are concerned, your Active Inspire will work with your responders. But plus, on the Surfaces, it's called ActEngage 2. It's actually an app for your Surfaces.
Yes.
So it's already there. You can download for free. And I gave it to you on your list. So there's 2 more handouts before you leave today. One of those has resources for both iPads and Surfaces, for both responders as well as Whiteboard apps. A lot of them are free. So you can just go in and play with them. If you don't like them, delete them. So there's a bunch of things for you to try.
Good. And you have Socrative also that you can use as a resource for both areas. It's really easy to use. I didn't show the whole functionality, but you can literally create quizzes. And they can even take them, I believe they can even take them on their own, so they can go to the next question. Instead of having it where you have to wait for the teacher to go on to the next question, they can do a self-assessment as well.
And I put that at the bottom along
Yeah.
with Poll Anywhere, because those are websites, which means you can access them from either the iPad or from a PC. It doesn't matter, because those are both websites, and they're both free. So you just, for a teacher. For a school, Poll Anywhere was exorbitant, but for a teacher, you just have to clear it out and then bring it back in the next class. So that's all you have to do.
So the iPad folks, how do you, okay, that was a great solution of being able to see what's on your computer and then just being able to transfer that over. But what happens if you just want to do a simple whiteboard thing, okay? There's an app called EduCreations. This is for the iPad. I did not see it for the Surface. I wish they had it. And it basically is a whiteboard. So let me show you what happens first of all. Right now I have my Apple TV. I don't have it hooked up to my iPad, but this is what's so awesome about having an iPad group in the classroom. So if you had a cart and you had the students up there, they could have all EduCreations on there, okay? All I have to do is swipe up. So let me swipe up for the main screen. I'll swipe up. And down here it says AirPlay. AirPlay is a communication that goes to the Apple TV to display anything that's up on here. So I can go to AirPlay, and now I can pick the TV. We're going to name them all so you know which one it is matching with your room. In this case, we have Sparks High School 1. So somebody already has an iPad, so we're going to trade off. I'm going to do mine first. And I'm going to mirror it. Now watch how easy it is. Boom. It just works. It's there. Slide it down. And now I have my full screen of my iPad as I'm walking around the classroom. Now if I want to have EduCreations work, I can open it up, do a new lesson. Now you could record this at home, do your whole lesson. This is called a flipped classroom. We can look at this later on. But basically what it is, you give them the content, you teach them, and then you have them do the work when they come to class, rather than having you do the whole lecture and then having them do the homework. You reverse it, you flip it. So you give the content, they look at it at home on their device, and then they come to class, and hopefully they did their homework by watching your lecture, rather than having it in class. Because what's the #1 thing where we see when kids don't pay attention? It's during lecture, right? Because they're getting distracted by somebody in the classroom, or somebody's talking, or there's a lot of distractions. But what happens if they would focus on it at home as homework rather than doing the assignment? They do the assignment when they come to class, and then you can really help them instead of spending half of your class period doing lecture. You have it done here. So how does it work? Real simple. I just pick the color I want, and if I had a stylus, I'm just going to do it real simple. Hello. All right, that's obviously not a good button. But then I can go in here and can actually get pictures from here. So I can go in my camera, and I can take a picture. Okay, go. All right, let's take a picture here. All right. Then I can choose a photo. There it is. So now I can take that photo, move it around. I could resize it, so I could fit width. I could rotate it. If I want to adjust it, I can go here. I'm sure there's a way to do it. Okay, so then you have text. So you tap anywhere, and then you use your keyboard. And what you can do is you can record this. And of course, it might be a little hard, so you might have to do it like this. Now I can move that text around, just like the active board. It shows right up on the TV. So it's a real simple interface, and like I said, it'd be a lot easier. And then you can just go on to the next page. So now I can record this. Hello. I'm just showing you an example how EduCreations works. In this case, I have a text box right here. And I'll move it down here so you can see it. And then I also use my stylus, or in this case, my finger, and I just drew something along the screen. Now when I hit done, save the lesson. I'll call it whatever I want. I'll just call it test. Hit next. We'll make it private. You could make it public if you wanted to. Subject area, you can pick a subject area. I'm just going to do a whole and save it. Right? Now, if you create an EduCreations account, then they can go on any computer, go into the actual thing that you created by sending them the link, and they can watch the video. So you could do this at home, prepare it all at home, where it's nice and quiet, and then they can watch it. And then if the students are absent and they miss it, they could also access it. So I'm going to close out and cancel. If I can open up and save one, I might have to have my account, which I didn't set up. Oh, it still works. So there it is. Now watch what happens when I hit play.
I would have seen Sydney sometime.
Yeah, you could do anything you want. Tweak it, right? Yeah, so then I can replay it, share it, whatever I want to do. So you don't even have to have an account. You could just play it in class and go, oh, you know what? Do we need a review? Okay, let's watch it. Guarantee the kids are going to be much more quiet watching the television screen than listening to you talk. I don't know why that is, but sometimes, right?
No, so I said sub-plan.
Oh, sub-plans. Exactly.
You have to find a sub that can work.
See, you're thinking creatively. I like it. Creatively, good. That is good. Creatively creative. Exactly. So that's the Whiteboard app. Good app. Free. Doesn't cost anything. Yes.
So what all can I upload onto there? Like other lesson plans, videos, things like that. Can I use the all that on the video and things as well?
I think you can make links to videos.
Like
yes, you can.
Because that's one thing, when you want to highlight things or show, X's and O's. Is there an app for that where you can use that on different like videos and things like that? It's like you have a YouTube video or something like that and you want to circle something.
You can do it in here.
You can do it on
Yeah.
here.
You can do it here once you get, there's another one that's called, I forgot what it's called, but it's a more advanced one that's paid, but I'm sure it wouldn't be an issue to get that
I
out.
can show it right here. So there's
Yeah.
like a magma chamber here.
Uh-huh.
So you just upload whatever that is.
you'd upload the picture.
Picture.
Yeah, and what you can do is, I don't know if you knew this or not, but on the iPad you can actually take a screenshot of anything that's on there. So you can go to the website, and if you hold, I think it's you hold the home button down,
Yeah,
and then you hit the top,
Yeah.
the power button, it will take a snapshot of whatever's
And
on
then
the
once you
screen.
get it on here, then you can draw. And,
Then you can annotate right over it.
that's awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I said, it's limited. It doesn't have all the features, but then you can go with another one that's a paid version that has a lot more. But for a good start, it's like a whiteboard, but you can save it. So it's really powerful. Now here's what's cool. If he wanted to share something from EduCreations, which you have, right? Why don't you share what you did? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off my arrow share, or turn off my mirroring. Now it's your turn. So go ahead and swipe up from the bottom. And
This is what you were asking me about
and
earlier.
yes, go back to your name.
It's not, it's the style, I'm cool. I was thinking outside the box when I put it on.
There it goes. All right, go to airplane.
You don't want to be inside.
Go to Sparks H1, S1.
No,
And?
that's not what it-
Hit mirroring.
The box is something.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we just switched iPads. So if you have an iPad set, now he can go to his EduCreations app. And there he can share what he learned.
This is what David asked me earlier about the surfaces, is if it is, at this point, it's still a little more complicated to switch between the two because you still, as far as we know from what we've learned, you still have to put in the codes to switch. So that's what, and I'm just thinking it's because the technology is so new that as they update the software, it'll become much easier. So, and it's one of those things that we probably need to start recommending that they do too.
That was just my next question.
Yeah.
Do they welcome, input
They do.
from
Yeah,
the
Nedger
people
does.
actually trying to
Yeah.
work with this in real situations, and you
Yeah.
say, hey, this would really make
Yeah, because,
sense.
I mean, the way it's working, if they don't, they're gonna be out of business.
I would
because-
say a good business model would be one
Yeah.
information.
Well, the
from
televisions will just take them out of business,
consumers.
exactly. So I think that both them and Microsoft will want to know that, but both, and particularly, I mean, that's how we ended up moving to 8.1 was to deal with this. And so I think both them and Netgear would want to know that as well, so, yeah.
Now, if the student gets out of hand, I can just go and take control again. So I can just go in here, right, and say mirroring on, and it overrides it. And it's that simple. Isn't that cool?
That I'm not so sure that we do, but yeah.
So anyway, that's a great way to use the iPad, and that's just a simple method that you can show different apps. You can show websites, blah, 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 and walk around the classroom. It's so cool.
And Doug's over here on the Surface. He's already in the store. I couldn't get my store. I just can't get my store to load.
Okay.
And so we're gonna have to look at
So
that.
there's a for Surface people, no worries. There's a shared.
There's a shared whiteboard.
Shared
there's
whiteboard.
a whiteboard, a digital whiteboard.
You might want to investigate what works best for you.
But
Okay.
like I said, the Active Inspire downloads very quickly. I mean, we just have to get the Windows 8 version because it just hit me a little bit ago. That was why I couldn't load it from the catalog.
That's
It's
why.
because it will be a Windows 7 version on there because that's what the rest of the district has. So we just have to get
You gotta
the
get a
Windows
Windows
8.
8 version. Okay. That's
And
a
we
great
may just have to
solution.
get it from Promethean and just get the codes. So,
Good deal.
Man, hung
Right?
up
All right.
for us.
I know we got 3 minutes left, so I'm gonna zip through this real fast.
Probably more than one.
You guys having fun? Is this worthwhile? Are you getting excited?
Sorry.
Are you? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
no,
really
no,
good.
I'm really excited.
Good.